Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video clip. Again, we're outside because it's been a tremendously hot day and the shed is too hot to go in. So I've come out and found a shady spot with a little bit of a breeze. There's a bit too much of a breeze a few minutes ago because it actually blew my phone over when I was trying to record, but hopefully we'll be all right now. So today I wanted to talk to you about one of my favourite topics, which is the good old 5 to 1. Those of you who've done the course will remember the 5 to 1 as being where we try and get to a ratio of 5 positive interactions for every corrective interaction that we have with the children. There's no such thing as a magic wand, but this probably comes close. It can be really, really effective at, helping get things running smoothly and as you want them to run. It sounds easy, sounds simple, but it can be harder than you'd think. And the reason for this is that we are wired to notice threat, have a heightened awareness of any threat. And that's because of our ancestors needed to be really alert to anything that was lurking in the shadows because it could come and kill them. That doesn't necessarily translate so much to today in those terms, but any kind of threat to our well-being, any threat to our safety or our emotional equilibrium, we tend to notice that more easily than the things that are just ticking along nicely. It kind of sits there and it's easy to lose sight of all the good stuff around it. An example might be when I'm driving my car, I don't get to the end of my journey and say, goodness me, 99.9% of drivers were driving very considerately today. I don't say that because I don't tend to notice that bit. What I notice is if someone pulls out in front of me or if someone's too close behind, that sort of thing. Equally, it's rare for us to say, do you know, I am just the right temperature, because we don't really notice. We notice if we're too hot or too cold. So it does take a little bit of work to start looking for all those little positives. And we're not talking about the big achievements here. We're talking about just the little day-to-day stuff that we can pick up on and let kids know we're happy with them with a thumbs up or a well done or, just a wink or a pat on the shoulder. There's lots of ways. You know your kids best. You know what they will respond to. But just keeping that narrative really positive, keeping a focus on all those little things that are going on. It's almost like putting on a different pair of lenses, and those of you who've done the group will know that I have got a spectacular pair of spectacles that I wear to demonstrate this. Great big 5 to 1 glasses, and sadly for me they are locked away in a cupboard at Murrayside Community Centre where our base is, which has been locked since the 23rd of March. So I haven't seen my 5 to 1 glasses for ages, but I know I do have a photo of me wearing them, so I'm hoping that will be somewhere in this email so that you can see how amazing they are. Anyway, this technique just was really helpful, and it's helpful in 2 key ways. Firstly, it just makes a much more positive narrative for the kids, what's going on, what they're hearing, how they're getting responded to just as they go through their day. It becomes much more positive, much more focused on the little things they're contributing, and so it's very validating. Secondly, and this is real magic, is it actually starts to rewire your own brain. As you're looking for those positives, if you're thinking 5 to 1, you are actively looking for those little positive things to comment on all the time. And the more you do that, the easier it is to spot them. And so you just start noticing so much more positive stuff going on around you. And that feels really good. The other brilliant thing is you can also use it on yourself. So rather than getting to the end of the day and thinking, oh, I didn't phone so-and-so and I burnt the dinner and I haven't done the laundry, you can start focusing on what you have done and notice all the things you've done well. So 5 to 1 on yourself is a fantastic thing. So an example of it in practice might be, let's say Dina's job was to clear the table after dinner. Now, Dina's very organised and she would always do it immaculately, I'm sure. But let's imagine that Dina's left the tomato sauce bottle on the table. And you go in there and you're busy, you've cooked, you've got loads of stuff to do, and you see the sauce there. Your instinct might be to go, Dina, you haven't finished your job, you've left the sauce. Which is true, she has left the sauce. But if we're thinking 5 to 1, you might say, Dina, well done for taking out the cups and the plates. And I see you've cleared away the salt and pepper, and you've taken out the glasses and the knives and forks. That's brilliant. One more thing to do, and then you've finished your job. And you just see that how that feels different, because there's all that emphasis on what they have done rather than the one thing that they haven't done. So I hope this makes sense. Have a week of thinking 5 to 1. Imagine you're wearing the 5 to 1 glasses and just see all those positive things that you might notice. You could have a fab week. Okay, well, I hope you do have a good week, and we will see you again next week. And until then, take care and stay well.